Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another edition of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily.
Yes, sir.
We have a squad in the building. Yeah. As always, man, the pettiest man alive, Mr. P Kid, is in the building. And of course, Jordan JC holding it down. I got to figure this out again. Holding it down on the ones and twos. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. We got some offensive line positive news. This is crazy.
Caleb gonna survive.
We got an offense. Well, I don't know about that. Yeah, let's get to that point first, right? But we did get a good sign from the offensive line today at practice, so we got to break that down. Also, it's time to preview the game. I mean, listen, the Bears, Colts, Bears dub. I need Bears 78, Colts -14.
Yes.
And a bunch of tiny what?
There will be lots of tiny Ditkas on the field.
There you go.
Is Tiny Ditka's a
you know what? I just thought about that. You say it slow.
Yeah. You definitely got to land the T in that mug. You definitely got to land the T in that mug. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Let's jump into the show, boys, because, listen, we got a very good update on the injury report today. A couple of solid updates on the injury report today, but one that really stands out. Kiran Amegadjie, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Hold on. Properly timed Tim.
Okay, good. Get Tim. Yeah, I like that.
Was a full go at practice today. Kiran Amegadjie is ready and willing to go. I mean, listen, hearing that for the first time, really, is something that gets me excited. Now, here is the question at the end of the day when you look at this Bears injury report. How long is it going to be until we see him be a main staple of this team? Because while still dealing with that quad injury, they've kind of slow played this whole thing.
True.
How long is it going to be until we see Kiran Amegadjie be a full go and possibly be a participant because of some of the issues with offensive line? If you remember, Ryan Poles did say that he did not expect Kiran Amegadjie to be a part of this starting lineup anytime soon, but it ain't been good.
So the question is when we're going to see it?
When do you think we see it?
Soon. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. Hey, listen. When's the need? The need is now. So when's the opportunity for him to start? Now. That's how that works out. I wish I had something a little more intelligent to say about that. But no, in all honesty, this young man has opportunity to really make himself a mainstay in this on this line. We need it. There's no better time to take advantage of it now. Was Nate Davis there? I know we're talking about Kiran, but was Nate Davis there?
Nate Davis was limited yet again. We will go through the full injury report. I'll give you the quick rundown, and then we'll talk about some of the concerns that we have. Keenan Allen is definitely going to be on that concern list. He was a DNP. Kari Blasingame, good grief, Kari Blasingame was also a DNP. Jordan, that's tough after yesterday. You know what I mean? Strong dap. Saw him today again. I went for the fist bump. It's not my fault, man. It's not my fault. I always talk to Kari in the locker room. That's my guy. You know what I mean? We have a nice little back and forth. I interviewed him on Chicago Bears podcast. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get up out of here. He threw the hand out. I gave him strong dap. After the dap, he's like, I gotta stop putting my right hand out. And I was like, oh dang, it wasn't me. So Kari Blasingame. Listen. If we for fantasy purposes, does anybody have Kari Blasingame on their team as a fantasy owner?
They got a fullback and running back. Yeah.
For my quarterback safety, though, I would like Kari out there. Tevin Jenkins was limited today, so that's good to hear. Zach Pickens was again a DNP. That defensive tackle room taking some lumps here. Mercedes Lewis was a DNP. Old. Kiran Amegadjie, of course, like I said, was a full go. Andrew Billings yet again limited. This is one that I am also concerned by. Nate Davis is limited. I mean, he can go the other direction if we're being honest. Travis Homer limited today with a finger, which may mean Roschon Johnson will finally get some opportunity on the field. Roma Dunze yet again limited. Montez Sweat limited, and DeMarcus Walker limited. But you do still have guys on the field and practicing, so that's good to see.
Sit that kid down. Why is that kid out there?
Who?
Rome. He can't cut. Let that kid get healthy.
I mean, he did enough yesterday, or I should say yesterday. He did enough for the game to show that he needed an impact. He should have caught the ball. Don't get me wrong. He should have caught the ball in the end zone. But I mean, he still had a good catch that led us down the field on that.
Yeah, he did. He had a solid catch.
He had a few.
He had a solid catch.
I'm not saying he's at full go.
Listen,
but I mean, you don't have Keenan Allen already.
You a top 10 pick. You gonna start. We know he gonna start. They elevated Colin Johnson for a reason. Let that kid get help. Let him sit a couple
Johnson
games.
Didn't even see the field.
He didn't see the field.
Yeah.
I ain't saying that he better. I'm just saying, hey, if we got Rome for a reason, and if he can't go out there to do exactly what he needs to do, then the statements about him being ineffective are true. Let's be real. He fumbled a bad pass.
Don't let his dad hear you.
Well, let me ask you
his daddy. Just tell his daddy pull up.
Let me ask you this, JC. What does it mean to get Kiran back to you?
What it means for me is that you're getting more stability on the offensive line. That's what it means to me, is that you're getting a guy, and of course we talked about possibly going outwards to be desperate and go get David Bakhtiari. This is the guy that I want to see actually take over the left tackle position. If we're talking about Braxton Jones not necessarily being adequate enough, we saw Braxton Jones get taken advantage of by Danielle Hunter time and time again. Mm-hmm. We know what his deficiencies are. We feel like Braxton Jones has kind of topped out. My thing is, if you get Kiran Amegadjie on this line, you can kind of mix and match at that point, where maybe you try to experiment with him as a guard. Maybe you still put him at left tackle and you experiment with Braxton Jones as a guard, or you have Braxton Jones as your full-time backup. That's what I want to see is, yes, he hasn't been through training camp. Yes, he hasn't been through a lot of practice, but to get this guy on the field, I want to see what he can do right away.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on this, Joe?
I totally agree. Because I concur.
I concur.
No, I would say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the super producer Joe Holt in the building.
Reed's Nation was going on.
Had to stop for some ice cream, dog.
Ice cream, baby.
Had to stop for a little ice cream.
Dilly. No,
that's a different kind of cream.
I think that for the most part, getting Kiran.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, help yourself.
Come on, too soon, man. Too soon. No, anytime you can get an extra lineman back, that would be great. But I think that I'm sorry. I want to see him maybe a guard. I think there's a $10 million problem on the right side of the line. That's the whole point of professional. Guys have moved around. If they think Braxton Jones is okay, fine, good. Move, see if Kiran can start over there. We got to get this line right.
Well, I think here's your hope, at least, that you can. You're basically playing your backup right guard right now.
Shout out to Jerry.
Right, you're in a situation where you're playing your backup right guard right now.
True,
because Ryan Bates probably comes back. We saw in that first game he was 38 snaps to Nate Davis's 18. You probably expect him to end up playing more of the snaps when he finally ends up coming back. So Nate Davis is essentially your $10 million backup right guard, which that sucks, right? But you have to deal with the growing pains that come with that. And I think that's the part where we just kind of have to live with Nate Davis on that right side. Matty Reflus already said, he does not plan to make any changes to this offensive line heading into this game. The one thing that I think maybe could happen is if you continue to see some of those struggle performances, maybe you plug in Amegadjie either at left tackle, because I think here's the thing. They want Amegadjie to be the long-term left tackle. They don't want him to be a left guard, right? They want him to be the long-term left tackle. But if he's not your long-term left tackle this season, and you try and move him around on the offensive line, that just opens things up for you to move guys around like Tevin Jenkins. Maybe you slide Matt Pryor in there either at right guard or left guard. But you have to also understand you are getting worse on the line talent-wise.
How did you take those statements when Eberflus says he's not looking to make any changes to it? Do you think that means that as they are, they're just going to plug and play, what's missing, or do you think that also includes hey, this is the personnel, but we're going to mix them up a little bit?
I take those statements to mean I don't have a healthy right guard right now that I actually want to play, and so I got to play. Right? Listen, no coach in the NFL wants to play his backups.
True.
You know what I mean? And I think from that first game, you saw it. You saw, and yes, Nate Davis did come back in, but from that first game, you saw they felt better about the offensive line with Ryan Bates out there than they did with Nate Davis. Now, here's the other problem at the end of the day. Nate Davis is at least competent at right guard when he puts forth effort.
I'm so tired.
The effort is where we have our biggest issue, which is the part that pisses me off the most.
Well,
but you have a hole at center.
You do.
So what do you really want Ryan Bates to come back and do? And I think that dictates where you feel comfortable about placing Kiran Amegadjie. The other thing is, too, as a rookie, you don't want to be flip-flopping this dude all around the offensive line. You don't want to be like, hey, I know you didn't play any in preseason. I know you didn't play any in training camp. I know you didn't do anything in the summertime program. And the last time you played football was like 6 months ago. But I need you to flip your entire brain around and figure out how to play over on that right side.
They did it to Tevin, though.
A lot of guys.
You can do that. You can do that with Tevin. I'd be fine with putting Tevin over there. But I would rather have Kiran starting off. And whenever he I don't think he plays this week. I don't think he's a part of the offensive line this week. Okay. I do think that moving forward, they will slowly try to start to work him in. I think the Bears are an organization that is willing to be reactionary, which most fans don't like. But you don't want to move off of something too soon. And if Nate Davis don't show it to you this week, he's not going to show it because that defensive line is decimated. Literally, teams have been running 255 yards per game on the Colts.
They're the worst.
If you don't run the football this week, if you don't get pushed this week,
what does that tell you?
Get them out of there. That was slick with the little ding ding.
Sorry,
that was crazy.
Sorry,
I got a little tingle. I was excited almost.
That was pretty good, actually.
I mean, listen, it got me. There it is. Oh, boy. Yeah,
this guy.
This guy gets it.
But let's say you have failure. Let's talk about the game. Is it too soon to move on to that topic or no?
No, listen. I mean, we're gonna take a break before we jump into the game. We gotta get paid for the show. But we do. I think here's the thing. At the end of the day, with Kiran, you're excited at least to finally get some good news that your rookie is starting to get ready to go. And guess what? I know people think of him like Braxton Jones because he went to Yale. This is a third-round kid. You got to perform.
With a second-round grade.
You got to play. You don't get the Braxton Jones of like, oh, he's fun. Let's see what he can do. Oh, look at that. Not bad. Braxton Jones has, with all our beef with him, we have to all admit, he has completely overachieved for a fifth-round pick.
Absolutely.
Can he beat the best of the best? No. Can he beat the best of the best? Absolutely not. But can he go out there and be competent at left tackle? Yes. And that's something you don't expect from a fifth-round pick.
No, that's a gem. So the issue is if you can overcompensate by getting the interior, the center. Like, I'm off of having to move from Braxton Jones.
Yeah.
But it's the center and guard that we need really bad. But all of them make everybody look bad. You're only as strong as your weakest link.
Yeah.
So the defense is going to attack the weakest link, and you're always going to be exposed. And then everybody else is under question because, again, they're attacking the weakest link. So everybody looks like they're trash again.
Yeah.
So we got to fix that.
That's an interesting point you bring up because I was looking at the all-22, and it made me think of, are they trying to overcompensate for the lack of protection Coleman was providing?
No, because if they were doing that, they would play 13-man and 12-man on every play, which, I mean, at this point just makes sense.
Well, they did 12 a lot.
They played some
13.
They played some 12. They're not going to play a ton of 13 because you just need it. But, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Restream there. I don't know what. But meanwhile, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I got lost on Twitter. Twitter, where it gets rough sometimes. I'm trying to pull up mine to see.
Down, Joe.
Joe, you turn your goddamn head.
But in the meantime, over what?
That's what we're trying to figure out here. Okay, we are officially over 200 in that chat. 200.
Yeah, what's going on? There's nothing.
Yeah, you know what? They just trying to play us right
every
now.
night. You know what? Listen, we gonna have to make this move, and y'all getting some behind the scenes stuff. We going to StreamYard. Restream doing too much.
Really?
Restream is doing too much.
StreamYard's interface is not the same.
It's just not pretty.
It's not pretty.
That's all it is. It's black and white. It's very basic. But you know what it do? It worked. It works.
Okay.
It worked.
I didn't have
Restream be doing too much for me.
Yeah, like we don't even see.
I'm kind of done. I'm kind of done with Restream. That was a. I'm done.
So much for that. So much for that sponsorship.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
We're gonna never get sponsored by them guys.
They're dead.
Hey,
done.
They're never going to hire
listen,
us for
I'm gonna tell you
anything.
this right now. I'm the Dana White of sponsorships. If
I
I don't like
realize
you personally,
I realize that.
if I don't like you personally,
It's over.
it's over.
Okay.
I'm not finna support your company if I don't fool with you personally.
AT&T is done.
AT&T can kiss my grits.
The views expressed by those of Pat Designer, not those
Only by
expressed by
Pat the Designer. All of us have immediate careers.
Hey, I've
outside of this
seen
guy.
your connection when you be tapping in on the show.
Yeah, nah.
Hey, I seen your connection when you be on the
It's
show.
because Comcast ain't out there, baby. What do you want me to do? I live in Timbuktu.
You look like you got a strobe light hitting you every Tuesday, dog.
I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, man, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to listen to a word from our sponsors that Pat the Designer does mess with. And we'll be back on the other side because we do got to preview this game. Bears do take on the Colts this Sunday. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we could be getting ready to start a run. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
The meaty run.
In Bears Nation, it's your boy Pat the Designer from the Windy City Breeze, where we keep it 100 about everything Chicago Bears. Now, if you're like me, you don't just watch the game, you live it, and that's why you need to check out BetDSI. BetDSI is where it's at if you want to put your money where your mouth is. They've been doing it for over 20 years, giving you the best odds, lightning fast payouts, and a platform that's as solid as the best O-line. Whether you're betting on the Bears to take it all the way or making clutch live bets during the game, BetDSI has you covered. And here is the kicker. Just because you're rolling with the Windy City Breeze, BetDSI is hooking you up. Sign up today with the promo code WCB, and they'll give you 120% bonus on your first deposit up to $1,000. That's free money, folks, to make sure that you're winning as you back our boys in the blue and orange. So what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Head over to betdsi.eu, use the code WCB, and start turning your Bears passion into serious cash. BetDSI, where real Bears fans get it done. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching the show. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Aura. Have you ever done a Google search on your own name? You'd be surprised what pops up. Your full name, email address, home address, health records, your relatives. It's all out there. And that's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests just for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use that information to help them access my social media, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. It's really simple to set up. I don't have to download several apps or go to things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft, but you can get all of that in one place with Aura. I get everything at one affordable price as well. You may already have one or two of these tools, but not having Aura is like leaving the front door locked while leaving the back door and windows wide open. For you to be able to take advantage of Aura, we got a special deal for you here today. Stop data brokers from exposing your personal information. Go to my sponsor at https://aura.com/the Windy City. Again, that is aura.com/the Windy City to get a 14-day free trial and see how much of your information is being sold.
Reason, but
Yeah.
So he was doing what? He was
Trade.
sliding in the rain?
he was. Hey, listen, he broke his foot the next game.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, especially if you don't know what we're talking about in context.
Absolutely.
Hey, welcome back to another edition of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Relentless Mikey, we know how it sounds. I didn't write the read, dog. I didn't write the ad read. He said, you got the back door open? What?
Hi-yo.
Hey,
Shout out to Relentless Mikey out here, man. Here we go.
Let's go.
But no, man, appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love. We were talking about the Kiran Amegadjie situation, him being back healthy. Before we get into the full-on breakdown of the game, is there anybody else on the injury report right now that kind of has you a little bit concerned at this point?
I'm gonna jump in and say Rome. Main reason, one, him being out there, he, like you mentioned, the comeback route, stuff like that. Clearly, he ran the wrong route, stuff like that. But he doesn't look like I expected him to. And if he's injured, let him sit. I'm not trying to make a move for a different receiver, stuff like that, but it's like realistically, you want your guys to be effective. And if he's not healthy and he's out there dropping passes and stuff like that, we're going to hold him accountable for that. But everyone, especially the fans, are going to overlook the fact that, hey, this kid is not healthy right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, this entire injury report makes me nervous.
Realistic.
I mean, Billings has a groin. Like, groin ain't nothing to
sniff at, bro. That groin is tough.
And I need that guy to explode, be able to disrupt the defensive line. I mean, freaking Montez Sweat with an elbow.
Don't say, Pat.
Like, yeah, Tevin with his thigh. This is a quadriceps, right?
Yeah.
Pat's out there sniffing.
Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I thought DeMarcus had a groin last week. Now he has a foot injury.
No, it was foot last week.
Montez Sweat being hurt.
He had a groin injury last week.
I mean, we can look at it. It's right here.
I'll say Keenan Allen is not. I don't think Keenan Allen is going to play.
So the point is, DeMarcus is hurt a lot.
Right. He had a groin last week.
Foot.
Yeah.
Instantly proved that wrong. But no. This is more of a. There you go, Joe. But no, I mean, listen. Here's my thing. The name that is sticking out to me, and listen, if this is the time that he's hurt,
wait,
the name that is sticking out to me. Now you're stretching it. But no, the name that's sticking out to me most that does have me a little bit concerned. It's Keenan Allen at this point. You know what I mean? Listen, because it's what Matt Eberflus said about Keenan Allen.
I guess I get credits first.
You know what I mean? Oh, there we go. There you go. That was credits. That was credits.
What have things been hiding? We've been looking for the credits for the whole last 2 weeks.
It's right there. They wanted to know it's on in Restream, but it was missing for some reason. Somebody deleted it. I think he deleted it.
Whoa. Well,
Why would I do that?
That's not entirely probably a wrong statement. I mean, I can see that happening. By the way, Joel, I don't know if you noticed, but over 300 in the chat. 300.
I think that guy just like pulled that out of nowhere because it's not here.
But no, I think here's my thing with Keenan is when Matt Eberflus says it's a pain tolerance thing, it is not a a concern about it getting worse. And apparently what he's dealing with is plantar fasciitis. In Chicago, we know that well.
Woo!
Yeah, I mean, we know that well in Chicago. Joakim Noah changed forever because he was rocking them goddamn French shoes, the LaCroix
shoes.
I thought they were French. I don't know what they were.
Right.
Well, the most famous is plantar fasciitis. That's I'm thinking Liz Frank. It's in the foot.
That's different. That's
I'm
a
thinking
different
Mike
injury.
Brown, but it's a ligament
that's
in
a
your
Liz
foot.
Frank injury. Yeah,
But it's still in your foot.
Yeah,
still
that's not the same thing.
Still not good.
She said, but it's still in the foot. That's like saying he had COVID. No, actually, it was bronchitis. It's still in the esophagus. Like,
well, COVID and the flu are cousins. I think they're cousins.
I said bronchitis, dog. It's not the flu either.
No, COVID and the flu are cousins. Liz Frank and plantar fasciitis are like around each other.
They
around each other a lot.
Yeah, they're cousins.
They just hang out. They kick it on Saturdays.
Yeah.
But
happy hour.
You ain't lying.
Along with that, though, let's call a spade a spade. There's 3 people on our O-line on this list. And we need those 3 people.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Do we really need Nate Davis?
I mean, I was gonna say we need 2 of them for sure.
I need Tevin for sure.
Tevin Jenkins limited.
Hey, listen, I need Kiran.
I need
Kiran.
Start. Yeah,
and I need him to. I need Nate to be available.
Well, I think here's the thing. Tevin Jenkins is a deep thigh bruise. That is kind of a pain tolerance thing. You can't really make a deep. I don't think you can. I'm not a doctor, but I don't believe you can make a deep thigh bruise worse unless you get hit in the thigh again, which is going to happen during the game. That may affect him more in the game than it does during practice, but you still have to kind of deal with, the pain tolerance. This is more of a pain tolerance thing. The reason for me to that Keenan Allen is concerning to me is because Keenan Allen is willing to play through the pain. So in my mind, that means you're downplaying how much pain he's really in. Because it's not even, hey, I'm not on the field. It's like I'm on a bike. Yeah. He's not even stretching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that to me is why my concern is a little bit higher with Keenan Allen. But if it is just a pain tolerance thing and maybe it ends up going for a couple of weeks, again, like I said with Keenan Allen or with Keenan Allen before he came to the Bears, those injuries were a lot at the end of the season, and he's often said I was willing to play through those. Do we see that be something similar here where he's dealing with the injury early in the season. He's taking his time now because it's not crunch time yet. But by the end of the season, we've got him out there. At the end of the day, I'm concerned now. Reps. I'm concerned now because you're missing the reps. Exactly. Mm-hmm. I didn't expect Keenan Allen to really be back with this team by the end of the season, and we get the compensatory pick. So, like, I'm not freaking out. Like, some people are like, we got fleeced by the Chargers for a fourth-round pick. You're getting it back. You're getting it back. Yeah, I mean, at worst, you get it back. So,
was it? Wait, I forgot. Was it compensatory of
compensatory
third
pick? Is
fourth?
it's a fourth at worst.
Yeah,
right.
So there's a range. So based on how well he plays,
what triggers that again?
If he leaves,
how many games you play, how well you play, all of that stuff.
Yeah, so we'll have 2 4th-rounders by the end of the year with an extra 2nd-rounder.
That's juicy.
Yeah, because Justin Fields ain't leaving that field, baby.
Right,
Justin Fields ain't leaving that
I'm
field.
I'm gonna tell you this: if how many we got? How many we got in the first round?
2.
How many we got in the second round?
2.
No.
How many we got in the third?
1 in the first round.
We got 1 in the first.
2. Yeah, we only got one first-round pick.
This year.
2 seconds.
Hey, we all know where this is leading. What to do with them picks?
No, O-line. All of them.
Now we're drafted.
He said that's the pick. I want to go on that show so bad.
Usually I say I
want to go on the show so bad.
What is he talking about?
No, you don't get rid of the pick. No, you know what? O-line. You know why I respect that? Because normally Kid would be like, just trade the picks, go get a dude, and replace him. Kid like, hey, they ain't giving up good offensive linemen. We got to get some good linemen in this one.
And you want to draft stud linemen so you don't have to pay him for 4 or 5 years.
I could get this highly touted receiver again because Keenan's not here.
No, we don't need another O-line because you got DJ, and if Rome becomes Rome, then all you need is another slot guy. You still got the tight end gang. You got the running back.
Give me Tyler Scott. I'll take Tyler Scott.
I'm just saying as a slot guy, but we got it. But next year, I think that was his plan. I'm going to hopefully my quarterback overcompensates for the line. We're going to get some linemen next year. I'm set up to either get this line right with the cap and all these draft picks.
I don't want to see nothing on the defense till we get to the 5th round.
I'm not going to lie to you either.
I want O-line. I want guard. I want tackle. I want
take a defense.
Wait. When draft happens next year, all the Chicago is going to rejoice. Was like, and the left tackle drafted by the Chicago. Yeah, we got a center.
and they could be like, well, he could have really waited for that one.
This is the most highly touted center, the most highly touted guard ever drafted.
Well, I think here's my thing though, right? When you look at the O-line picks, what year is Braxton? Is this a contract year for Braxton? Think this is a contract year? No, because Braxton was posed. He got one more. Braxton's still going to be your left tackle. They're going to go center. They're going to go right guard.
Yeah, we know that.
And they probably going to go left guard. No, because their goal is going to be to compete. Like I said, if Tevin gets paid. And if Tevin gets paid. Kiran is your left tackle of your future. We already know that they probably believe that. They're going to go left guard to replace Tevin Jenkins if they want to pay him or not, depending on how healthy he is this season. They're going to go right guard. They're going to go center. Them your first 3 picks.
Mm-hmm.
Them your first 3 picks. Center better be number 1. I don't care what nobody say. I wish we would already had that in the building. I put the Powers Johnson on the table right now. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? But no, man. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, it's just you got to get this O-line right. And right now you're dealing with it. Like I said yesterday, big dudes don't get healthier.
Nope.
No.
Big dudes usually don't get healthier. You got 3 big dudes on this line right now. Now, Kiran is coming back, but you got Tevin Jenkins on there. You got Nate Davis on there as well. And then, of course, Kiran Amegadjie, who was a full go today. So we'll see what ends up happening with this, man. Let's jump into a preview of this game. No, Chicago Bears taking on the Indianapolis Colts this coming Sunday. I just found out, am I going to be the only one on the live call?
Yeah, it might be you. We're all booked on Sunday, apparently.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
I thought yours was
Saturday.
Yeah.
So you're good.
So you coming. Or I'll be on with you.
Maybe.
Nah, maybe.
Here we go.
You don't turn me away like a dog in the rain. Just
in the immortal words of P. Kid, it doesn't something itself.
All right. All righty. All right. Hey! Shout out to Joel Holt in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, the super producer has not told one lie here.
Who was that? Chef Mac? I want, for the record, I did not want, I'm not saying that I'm not mad that we have Rome, but I definitely did not want to draft Rome. because I wanted linemen, defensive ends, and offensive linemen. So
you wanted
just
a
for the
defensive
record.
end.
Yeah, but I also wanted
Jared Verse at 9.
And I wanted a lineman in the second round. That's what I wanted.
We didn't have a second round pick.
We were going to trade down from 9 and pick up a second round.
No, you were
pick.
taking Jared Verse at 9.
No, I was not. I said,
where did Jared Verse end up going?
He went to Minnesota.
At like
no, yeah. Dallas Turner.
Yeah,
Minnesota's Dallas Turner.
Dallas Turner's Minnesota.
Okay, either way, the point is that I wanted a defense.
He went to,
I wanted my lines fixed.
Hey, Breeze Nation, I'm challenging that. Y'all go back and check that out.
So Jared Verse was the 19th.
I said I wanted to trade back from 9 and get the picks from like the Colts. They had like the 14th pick or something and get their second rounder.
I don't remember that.
Of course you don't.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
I know who I wanted. I was getting ridiculed for it. Why do you want a center?
You want to take Jack
Powell? Why do you want a center? I don't care.
He was talking about trading all the way back.
I don't care.
Possibly.
I did say I did say trade. I did say trade back with Pittsburgh. I did say trade back with Pittsburgh. But I don't care. Listen,
and we wouldn't have had to trade.
Here's
back
the dumbest mindset of all time. You don't take centers in the first round high. Why? If he's your center of the future,
look
why?
Sexy enough, right? It's not the most.
Well, you got to go get your skill position. If I never have to worry about center,
Chief Mac, Chef Mac.
You have the pick. You draft.
The issue.
Draft for need.
This is the issue. Is it's about money and finances. You take a center that high, he gets first round money. You're going to set the market for that position.
But would he be worth it though?
Probably, but the problem is that if his talent is there, but the problem is if no centers are taking that high, they're not going to take a center that high and then reset the market. So
I wasn't trying to take him in the top 10, but when we said use that 9,
said trade back, trade back to 20. Muzz didn't want to take him in the first round at all.
I was fine taking him in the first round.
Let's be we live in an age of disruption. Who cares about these age-old things? Listen, your team needs a center. You need to pay that center.
Yeah.
Pay that man.
You pay that man his money.
Yeah, facts.
Guess what?
Find that man.
Hey, eventually, good centers get the bag. Am I wrong?
Centers get the bag.
Good centers get the bag. Yeah. So you're not resetting the market. You're just doing what's best for your organization. I don't care about these age-old rules.
Yeah.
I really don't.
See, kid, Jesus Christ.
No, listen.
Jesus Christ.
Because listening to these age-old rules is why we always have a good defense and no O-line.
It's still business. Like there's the part where like all of us fans are fans of the game.
That's great.
There's still the business side of this, right? There's a reason why this guy, Nate Davis, is been paid $10 million. He's boo-boo.
It was a bad move. Okay.
But they're not. They're starting him.
No. It's a bad move. It's going to get our rookie QB killed. I'm just saying, and they should have the gall. They should have the gall to bench him.
Let me pull up the numbers here on what your business decision got you.
What are you talking about?
Because you saying it's business, so I mean you agree with the business.
I'm saying that they're not doing that to reset the market for the center.
That's great. That's great.
That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying you have to break away from that because at this point it doesn't make any sense.
I am not. I know I have the GM hat. And I know that I'd like to be a GM, but I'm not the GM of the Bears. My point is that I'm not an NFL GM, period.
No, but you agree with the business, right?
No, I didn't say I agree. I'm saying they probably didn't do it because they don't want to reset the market for the center.
That's great.
That's all I'm saying.
Then here's what the Bears' business decision has brewed through 2 games. Caleb Williams been sacked 9 times. 42 pressures have been allowed on Caleb Williams alone. On 66 dropbacks, he's been pressured on 48% of them. That's a business decision.
Why do you hurt me, Pat?
Quit being so personal.
Why do you hurt me,
I said I'm talking to the Bears.
Why do you hurt me?
I said I'm talking to the Bears.
YouTube.
Why do you say that? I'm not. I'm saying that's the observation of what's going on. We're not privy to all of those information agents.
I said I hear you.
Now,
but
to your
that
point,
business decision is a dumb decision
because
your most important business decision needs to be keeping the face of your business
off
his back.
Didn't the O-lineman go top 10 anyway?
Yeah,
left tackles and defensive ends are typically the highest paid players outside of quarterback.
Yeah.
And he's been doing.
They're not going to overpay for guards. They're not overpaying for centers.
Yeah.
I bet you they might do that now.
Cornerbacks. Cornerbacks are getting up there.
Might try that down.
Cornerbacks are getting there.
What's most
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I wish they had done it with the dude that had no ACL. At least because here's the thing, right? Here's my problem with how we went about it. I've talked about this a couple times. Now you have no fix. Your fix is a backup right guard. Mm-hmm. That's what your fix is.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, well, when we get Ryan Baker, because here's the thing, we're going to break this Colts game down. I think the Bears are going to win their next 3 games. I think we are going to be at week 5, 4-1.
With Buckner down.
But
4-1, baby.
I think by week 5, Caleb Williams could be at 22 sacks.
Or
ain't no or. Ain't no or. No, there's no or. You want to know why? Because there's no fix.
Hold on.
There's no fix. Who's going to fix anything?
I don't know what that means.
Caleb Williams, as his hair grows an inch every week, will get some of the powers of Samson and dominate besides the offensive line. And he will throw over 600 yards.
That may happen too.
With 10 touchdowns against the Colts.
Listen, I don't need him to have the power of Samson. I need him to have the strength of Justin Fields from last season. That's how much you're going to get hit.
The strength of Samson.
You know what I mean? Because here's the thing, and there's no fix. Your fix is a backup right guard. Your fix is, maybe you get Larry Borum back from IR. Those are your fixes. That's not good. At least if you had drafted JPJ, who's hurt right now, who's dealing with injury right now, you've got a fix. Eventually, you've got a fix. At least if you had signed Connor Williams, who you're taking some time, they're taking some time, slowly working him back in, letting him work his way back in, right? Like, that's a fix that eventually can come. You're literally just going, oh, well, we just got to kind of figure this out until Connor Williams gets healthy and figures out how to work his way in with Caleb Williams. You don't have a fix. Your next best option is Doug Kramer.
Oh, Jesus.
Ouch.
The only man smaller than Coleman Shelton.
Do you think that this is going to lead into, because we see this all around the league. We see teams that built and spent a lot of money on their QB, spent a lot of money on the weapons around them. But realistically, if they have no guys up front, it doesn't matter. And if they have no run game, it doesn't matter. You think eventually that mark is going to shift back to the point where, like, hey, the real money needs to go into the people protecting this guy, and the real money needs to go into
because building a team.
It won't go back into it because there are premier positions that get paid, and there's ones that don't. Left tackles that aren't good at being left tackles usually get moved to guard. Same with right tackles.
So I'm hoping
they usually get moved around.
By the way, we have over 400.
Over 400 in a shot. 400.
And 119, I think, on Twitter.
So. I got what I got in here. 125 on the Twitter side. Appreciate y'all tuning in, showing love. I don't know why I went Bernie Mac on that one. I appreciate you, brother, right now. Let me tell you something right here. I appreciate you. God dang it. Better show me some love, Kanye. Show me some love.
I did not realize that was.
I didn't realize
that was on the album.
For years, I didn't know that was D-Ray. I was like, get that guy out of here. That's hilarious.
What was your thoughts on that, Jason?
Oh my God, I almost forgot my point. What I was trying to say.
Sorry.
Oh no. I remember. So when it comes to like the transition of who's most important, like in the draft, for me, I feel like it's a it should be a copycat league. Look at some of the best teams in the league. You got San Francisco, probably has the best left tackle in the game still, right? Trent Williams. They have a very solid line, very good run game with C-Mac, and I can't remember his backup. Jordan. Whatever his last name is. I know his name is Jordan. Thank you.
There you go.
But yeah, he had a solid game.
Jordan Noir? No.
Wilson or Mason?
Jordan Mason.
Mason. Yeah, Jordan
really,
Mason.
$900K really replacing that CMC guy. You know what I mean?
Jordan Mason's a running back.
Jordan Mason did his job. I'm just saying. But you look at those good teams. Look at Baltimore. Whatever. Baltimore has a really solid offensive line, great running game with Lamar and Derrick Henry. You look at who else is Philly obviously had a really good line, still has a really good line outside of Jason Kelce retiring. Good running game with Saquon, decent quarterback threat, dual threat in Jalen Hurts. Like, these are the teams we probably need to implement and copy after because they do it right. And unfortunately, I have to mention this team too. They're in our division. Actually, two teams, Detroit and Green Bay. They work inside out, the trenches. Jordan, they address the trenches all the time. And they have some of the best linemen in the league.
You can name everybody in our division.
If you say
Minnesota got a good line.
If you say their name one more time.
Those guys in green and yellow.
No, that team up north.
That team up north. That team up north.
Minnesota got a good line. Sam Darnold getting that ball
Sam
off.
Darnold all right. Sam Darnold sitting there. Now, hey, look, it's about to get bad.
When he comes to Chicago, it's not going to be. No, that's all fine and dandy.
But look how many teams are like Chicago.
Well, we got a good defensive line.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. When he comes to Chicago, it's going to be a whole different line.
Yeah.
I like Chef Mac's question. Was trading for Keenan a bad move looking at it now? I'm going to say no.
No, because
I'm going to say no.
You get back a compensatory pick for Keenan Allen.
And
at worst, you know what you got? Keenan Allen.
Right.
At best, You let go of Keenan Allen after this season. He has a great season, and you get a 3rd round pick.
You move on.
Can we get back to people like realizing like it's still early in the season?
Yeah, but you know how we are as Bears fans.
But people are
we lean on every single week.
It's not even Bears
Put your
fans. It's
thicker
the
glasses back
media.
on. You know good and well we live every single week as it's our last.
It's only 17.
It's only 17 of them joints.
It's only
It's
17.
We're 1-1.
We are 1-1.
Do or die.
Like I said, the gods will bless us with a quarterback as they have with Caleb Williams.
Well, let's see if that happens yet. We're still waiting on that to happen.
No, but my point is it's early. Like I keep telling y'all, it takes weeks to get the offense to click.
But Joel, this conversation that we're having is not early conversation. What are you doing?
I was just closing my freaking glasses.
What's going on here?
Can I see those?
Where's my glasses?
Just real quick.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
What's happening
I
here?
just want to see it. You know what?
God.
You know what will cure all of our ills?
Here we go.
Oh boy, I don't like this.
What's going to cure all of our ills? That 4th round puncher. That dang Tory Taylor, baby.
Oh God!
Take the glasses back. Take the glasses back. I'm singing it. Take the glasses back. All right. I'm just
You know
saying,
it's bad when the
Taylor's gonna
punters kick
take us
the
to the promised land, guys.
No,
Tory Taylor, my left. Kiss my.
How many good punts did he give us?
I still think that it takes time to build the squad.
Yeah, decent.
We are a little bit underwhelmed that the hype of Caleb was a little bit less, but we know he has it.
Yeah.
It's going to take time. It still takes a while. New coordinator, new personnel. We did expect,
Same offensive line.
Same offense.
That's my
but
problem.
I can't believe all 5 of them are bad. But like it still lends to Shane Waldron to a degree.
Okay, Joe. All 5 of them aren't bad. I think Darnell Wright had a bad game. I don't think that he's long term bad. I think that Tevin Jenkins is a good lineman.
Tevin's a good lineman. I think
Braxton Jones is serviceable.
He's decent.
Okay, so the middle's bad.
We know that.
So how you fix the middle?
Look,
I'm the GM.
I told you
how you fix the middle.
They didn't rent them spoons. We did. They didn't draft the guys that we should have got.
Okay, so I'm talking about right now.
Quick strikes.
No, right now. How do you fix the middle?
Halfback screens, halfback dump offs, 2 tight ends, match protect, and I want to see some goddamn Roshan.
So realistically, there's no way to fix the middle right now. There's no way to fix the middle.
You did nothing to address your offensive line, and that's why. And I'm gonna be real with you. I think, and we got to get into our Colts breakdown here. Yeah. But I think that we can win this game versus the Colts. But I also think that the Colts are absolutely going to take advantage, even with backups in there, of Coleman, Shelton, and Nate Davis.
Oh,
as they should.
I give you
It's
that.
inevitable.
As they should.
Which means that they're going to send pressure. They're going to be all over Caleb Williams all day. Do I think Caleb Williams is going to have a better day? Yes. I think he finally breaks 200 yards this week. That's my big prediction. That's crazy. I think he finally breaks 200 yards this week. I think somebody finally catches one of his touchdown passes that he throws. And
if he plays,
I think that this Chicago Bears team comes away with a win because but it's on the backs of the defense.
Oh, the defense is going to.
It's on the backs of the defense.
Confuse and trick Anthony Richardson.
But, I mean, let's be for real. It's Anthony Richardson. Like, let's not make it seem as if that is
Anthony Richardson.
Buddy out there just doing whatever he wants, and it ain't looking good.
Yeah.
So like we have the opportunity,
but you can't overlook him.
True,
you can't overlook him. But I do think that this team can get pressure on him. I think that they can force him to be mobile. And I think that we're going to have a spy on him the entire game, which is probably going to be TJ Edwards or Tremaine Edmonds. And how they've been tackling this season has been phenomenal. I don't think he has enough touch to just kill you over the middle.
They're going to light that dude up. If he runs and drops that shoulder.
I'm going to be honest.
Oh, he won't finish the game.
He ain't going to finish the game.
If he try to run on how Tremaine playing, he won't finish the game.
Here's 2 things can happen here, though. We can absolutely dominate this kid, which is great. Or we could be on SportsCenter for the wrong reasons. Listen, hey, he is the most high risk, high reward quarterback that I've seen in a
fantasy. They had this man as like number 3 quarterback.
Hey, this man slipping down, almost takes a knee, throws a bomb 60 yards. Hey, listen, it would be just our fortune that it ends up being us.
For fantasy purposes.
As a fantasy owner?
I am a fantasy owner.
Are you a fantasy owner?
He was the last.
You have Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Oh boy,
that's all that was left.
Yeah, don't play him this week.
I stocked up on running backs. So by the time I got back to quarterbacks,
running backs.
No, they're the engine that keeps it going.
So
I mess with running backs in fantasy.
in fantasy.
Oh, really?
I'm very different in fantasy.
RB.
Fantasy, hey, I'm not gonna lie. Fantasy and college football 25. I got some running backs. Hey, I'm in some grandmama's living room lying to her about how I'm gonna take her baby to school and turn him into an NFL prospect. I'm running these running backs into the ground out here, dog. I won 7 games my first year with Northwestern. I have Cam Porter. That man had 1,700 yards.
So
we're running them into the ground there.
What's everybody's predictions for the Bears Colts game?
I think the Bears end up getting a win in this game. I do. And I think this starts a little bit of a run. I think the defense dominates today. I think they put Anthony Richardson in some tough situations. He turns the ball over a couple of times, whether that be a fumble and or interception. Dare I say there may be a pick six, which I don't know if y'all saw. Kyler Gordon said the ref basically told him if we had called an interception on the field, we wouldn't have been able to overturn it. That was a gut punch. That was a gut punch. So that's what call stands mean. Call confirmed means you got the call right. Call stands means you don't have enough evidence to switch it one way or the other.
So they never called it as an interception.
They never called it an interception. They said he was down on the field. Yeah.
I thought they called it.
No, I stand by what I said. It was an interception.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. That was tough. But at the end of the day, I think this defense does what we've seen this defense do throughout 2 weeks. I think they continue to be dominant. The one guy that you do have to worry about is Jonathan Taylor, because he's still a dog. But what we saw
we stopped that run.
How we stopped that run with Joe Mixon, I mean, that was kind of what I expect this week to be. This Bears defense is very stout. Now, the difference is, what is Andrew Billings going to be able to do?
True.
He's limited right now. That is a concern for me because Andrew Billings as a pass rusher has been the biggest surprise of the entire season for me. Andrew Billings has been a run stuffer for 7 years. All of a sudden, he was like, "Hey, y'all know I got this swim move that I be cooking mugs with, right? I got this nice little spin move that I can get to the quarterback."
Also, the ascension of Dexter, because now
it's the tandem.
I think it helps.
It helps.
I guarantee you it helps with the double team, because that's a big boy.
Andrew Billings been on good teams with good dudes standing next. So if I'm not mistaken, Andrew Billings was on the Rams, right?
Chargers.
Was he Chargers?
I know he was on Chargers.
Rams or Chargers? One of them.
He was on the Raiders.
No, Chargers.
Was it Chargers?
Steak dinner on Jordan, if I'm right.
Steak dinner on Jordan. If you
why is it on me?
I don't think you
were wrong.
Hey, if
that was really off.
Hey, you taking a chance? You get a steak from the spot we going to tonight. I ain't gonna lie to you. Well, maybe not.
I ain't getting no.
Might have a solid steak.
We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. But
what's your prediction, JC?
Prediction? I'm gonna go the meat route. I'm gonna go say meaty route.
Wait a minute.
That basically means I'm gonna say that the Bears are blowing these guys out. You guys know my statements now.
You going
surprise?
You going the meaty route and they blowing them out?
I'm going the meaty route. All right. Bears 28, Colts 3.
We was all wrong. He was on the doggone Bengals.
Yo, jeez.
I thought he was also on the Raiders.
He was on the Bengals. He had a season with the Raiders. He had a season with Cleveland.
Stakes on you, Joe.
Oh, stakes on
you.
Joe.
Didn't say so.
You didn't say he was on the Raiders.
You didn't say deal. So there we go.
I'm gonna go a Bears win. I don't want to necessarily put a score on it. I know that's like
no, you got to put a score.
I got to put a score.
God dang it, I was wrong. I thought he was on.
I'm gonna do 24-10.
I don't want to put a score on it. It's a preview.
Time out. I'm gonna do 24-10. I'm more so 24-10.
I was gonna say 24-13.
24-10. I think they do get a tud and a field goal. I think that happens. But I'm more interested in, again, how Caleb looks. I care more about that. This is our future. We ain't winning the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
I keep saying that every single week.
Nobody said Super Bowl this year.
Anything is possible.
Contending for the division is all I said.
Tory Taylor.
Anything is possible.
I'm gonna tell you this: we make it deep in the playoffs. I'm gonna see a Browns game happen against Caleb because of our O-line. Listen, let's get enough success to build some confidence and make it to the second season.
If we make it to the NFC divisional game, I want you to buy me a Tory Taylor jersey.
Sure.
Did you buy Calvin?
I did order it. I did order it.
You ordered it?
I did order it.
Let's see.
Actually, it is from T-Mobile.
What's Breeze's
no. But I'm gonna say this.
It's the dog jersey.
This is the dog.
jersey.
Time out. But I'm gonna say this: it's all about Caleb because this is one of those games where the defensive line is subpar. It's going to be one of the weakest defensive lines with Buckner out that we play outside of Carolina. I think
Latu Leitu's out, Buckner's out. Yeah.
So this is a confidence game. He gets to build some confidence to go into the other ones.
That's why the schedule worked out. Like let him cut his teeth.
But again,
over 400 in the
we already did 400.
Did we? No, we did 3.
We did 4.
Did we do 4?
Yeah, it was like 120 and 125 on Twitter.
I'm giving out a lot.
But I'm gonna finish off on this one. Like realistically, this is Shane's opportunity to bounce back. Realistically, this is Rome's opportunity to bounce back. I don't think their secondary is as good as some of the other teams that we're going to face, especially not Houston's. Like this is a bounce back game by all accords for us to build some confidence. If we don't, I'm concerned. I'm having a whole different level of concern for the development of our QB and the development of our young receiver simply over there because this is the best game to do except for Carolina, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Could we see DJ and Caleb finally get on the same page?
I think this is the game.
Cameras focusing in on the guy on the bench,
or even Rome maybe catch a ball.
I do think this. I think this is the game for that. I think this is the game that they start to get on track. Caleb has improved every week. I think. Listen. At the end of the day, if you the GM and you draft a guy, like you think back last season, right? Like you could kind of tell, like, all right, why they not doing nothing for Justin? What's going on? It was kind of like
moving on.
We got to distance ourselves from this dude a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it felt like that. It was like, no, he's gonna stay. Maybe not.
Hey Joe, if you want to do a money move, that was a money move.
I'm gonna tell you.
I said it.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If if Shane Waldron get Ryan Poles quarterback sacked like that again.
Oh, yeah, there.
Shane Waldron may be looking for a new job sooner than later, right? You gotta
Chris Morgan.
You know that Well, here's the thing: Shane Waldron got to call the plays that the offensive line schemes are in.
God,
but Chris got to sit there and get the people ready to do it, and he's over the run game.
I mean, yes, but he's not calling the plays. To an extent. It's just about how the offensive line is coordinated versus.
Hey, listen, this is a separate conversation. I know this is a short topic. Hear me out. Where the heck does Shane's responsibility stop and Chris's begin?
Chris teaches it.
All right. So Shane calls the plays.
Chris teaches. You don't have somebody else calling a different protection for your offensive line. There are different protections that are already in place for every play.
This is a real question. Yeah. So I know some of you in the chat don't know this either. So don't act like y'all do. At what point is Chris respond? We had this topic, but we never really got this. At what point is Chris on a hook? Because guess what? The guy should be prepared to run this play.
Developing offensive line.
So we have never done that.
Here we have.
I mean, I don't know if we haven't developed offensive line.
You see that answer? You said
we've had.
Well, because we in year 2 of Darnell Wright.
Somebody said I look like Roma Dunze when he's 50.
I think he was talking about me.
I think it was something about him.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know.
Real quick,
That's
some
weird.
of the Blues Nation, Johnny Wana says 35-10 Bears.
Johnny Wana.
There you go. Johnny Wana. Yeah. King 9621 says Bears 24-17. Tim King 24-10. Coach Dre, what up, baby? Facts. I see you, train friend. Any other scores? I think that Philip Palmaizano, Bears 20, Colts 13. So everybody's feeling Paisano.
He got to be one of my Paisanos.
That's another question, though. So, like, if you fire your coordinator who teaches these schemes, how does that work out?
That is such overreaction. Ain't nobody getting fired.
If Shane is possibly going to get fired for Caleb getting sacked, somebody else can get fired.
They're not going to fire him for getting sacked. But my point in that is to say that Ryan Poles has had the conversation with him. Don't get my quarterback killed. Yep. Like you will be gone before he. Like you know that they've had that conversation already after 7 sacks. I mean, nobody should be taking 7 sacks.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a lot of sacks.
That's a lot of sacks.
Eddie Legend got 17-12 Bears.
I'm not even mad at that score. I think score-wise, I'm going 21. I think I had a 21-10.
That's 2 scores. If the offense is rolling, 20-something points. If it's what it's doing like last week, 17-14. So
here's a better question.
Juan Renarowski said 38. Winarski said 38-10.
Here's a better question.
I love that.
Let's all just under the premise of a Bears win, but our offensive game looks just as bad as it did week 1. Are you happy with the win?
No.
No.
Yeah, well, I'll say this.
You're happy with the win, for sure.
I'm happy. I'm happy with the win because I think that the Bears can win a lot of games this season, and it substantiates one side of the field. I've seen that.
Why get the credits?
Look, I gotta get it.
What's you do that to me for? That's a good question.
That was not a good question.
Here's the thing.
How is it not a good question?
We don't want the bad offense.
Yeah, but I also don't want a loss.
We never want a loss.
So I'm happy with the win, but I want to see the offense.
You
develop.
making it seem like we've been cooking.
In your
I didn't say
mind,
anything about cooking.
With your statement, the offense is taking a step back, and that's why I would be upset about the loss. It's just like, listen, if we had won, my rant probably wouldn't have changed if we had won that game.
Okay, so just reframe it. We do the same thing as we did last game.
I mean, last game Caleb had 2 interceptions, so that's bad.
But he had more yards. We all agree he looked better.
That's no touchdowns or 2 interceptions.
No touchdowns. We all agree he
weeks.
looked better,
cool.
and it's still gonna win. But we don't like for us.
I'll still be upset at the.
You still be upset.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey, I like breaking trends. You know, he's talking about 42-3 Bears. Caleb's coming out party. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Super fans.
I hope he did.
That would be crazy.
I think this will be Caleb's coming out party. I don't think it's going to be insane.
I think Carolina.
I think it's a chill party.
Carolina's coming out is the coming out party.
Well, no,
you
the coming out party just means, hey, I'm here. Carolina can be the goddamn
167.
Yeah. Hey, that could be when we throw Ditka scores out there.
Negative 50.
Bro, they lost their best defender. They lost everybody.
They lost everybody.
They lost everything.
Started it, benched the quarterback,
benched the kid.
So
I have to say, DJ Moore, CMC.
Yeah.
They had Brian
Burns.
bro.
Jesus, they had Cam Newton.
They couldn't stay healthy.
Jeez.
They just
Health
couldn't
was
stay
a big
healthy.
thing.
Health was a big.
I mean, let's be for real.
Thank that owner.
Yeah, and then they got new ownership.
It reminds you know how like in NBA and you just need those GMs, those owners that is overly aggressive and don't know how to manage a squad, and it's like, and we finally got one.
Yeah,
you know this is almost.
Well, we took advantage of one final.
We didn't take advantage. They got to sit there and offer. They value Bryce Young. Nobody said it wasn't like the Bears like, yeah, by the way, we got this Bryce Young. They're not holding on to him at all. Our thing was we're gonna holler at old boy that went to Philly. The defensive tackle. They had no desire to take a quarterback. It's not like they said, "Hey, we're dangling this quarterback for you." They fell in love with that quarterback, and other teams fell in love with Bryce Young. You can't say Poles fleeced anybody. They said, "We're trading the pick. Give me the best offer."
No, he fleeced.
They got desperate.
No, the fleece is I got you for DJ Moore. I got you for the first round pick next year because you didn't build your team up. Yep. I got you for another second round pick that's coming.
That's not Pole's fault.
Nobody said it was Ryan Pole's fault.
He didn't fleece
It's called
them.
a fleece, though, because you also got Jaquan Brisker out of that. You also got Kyler
Brisker was 2
Gordon.
years prior.
Rick Stevenson.
What are you talking about?
That had nothing to do with the
Jaquan
Panthers.
Brisker comes from the Panthers picks.
Really?
I thought it was Tyreek Stevens.
Is it Reed?
No,
Tyreek Stevenson.
Tyreek
Stevenson.
No, I like that.
Which year?
No, keep going.
No, which year was
the year before?
Keep going.
He's right.
No, go ahead.
It's Reed.
Because you
Go ahead, look it up.
Down. It's Tariq. It's Keenan. It's DJ.
Look it up.
What you got? Some cocaine in there?
I got okay. What you got
Calm down there, Michael Irvin.
It's definitely Reed.
Yeah. No.
Either way, but it's still a fleece because
Tyreek did come from
Tyreek. Either way, Tyreek Stevenson, right? You end up getting Braxton is from the first year. There's another player that's in there that we drafted.
Darnell Wright.
Darnell Wright. You end up getting Darnell Wright out of the deal.
You end up
but my point is, it's not like they're painting it as if Ryan Poles knew all this. He's like, this is the pick. This is what I want for it. Now, whatever he does with those picks, the Carolina Panthers fell in love with that. That's not our fault. The owner got aggressive.
I see what you're saying.
Poles just is a recipient of someone being thirsty enough to trade that number one.
Poles make the bet. Poles may do with the picks he has.
No, but it's a fleece because you took it from a team that you fully expected to absolutely not win.
Chef Bag's like, we took their future. No, Carolina offered their future. We didn't take anything.
I mean, you can offer it. I still got to take it. Like, oh, okay, thank you. Like
if a girl comes to you and offers herself to you,
I'm gonna take it.
But did you fleece her, or she gave it to you?
That was a crazy analogy.
That's
right
a
there.
crazy.
But I didn't take advantage of it.
I have no comment.
I have no
Hey, it's a lot of Diddy stuff going on. We're not getting into that there, Joel.
Diddy's a whole.
There's a lot of baby oil out here in these streets. Hey, let's get up out of here, Joel.
I'm hungry.
Joel do it too. I'm ready to go eat. We gotta get up out of here, though. What the heck was that?
That is relevant.
What was that?
That is relevant.
All right, Joe, what was your score?
Let me zoom in out of here. Let me get Joel off the screen. We're gonna finish the show with y'all boys on the screen.
The comments made by super producer.
What was that?
The comments made by super producer Joe Ho.
That was nuts.
That is relevant. They offered.
All right. Hey, final
You
score.
didn't fleece nobody.
Final score for me. Give me 21-10 Chicago Bears. Kid, what'd you have?
Just a Bears win.
No, Bears win. What you got, JC?
28-3.
Okay.
I did say 24-10, but I just
don't get to say nothing no
forgot
more.
that.
Appreciate
I
y'all
had the
for
score.
appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing love. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. For the pettiest man alive, Mr. P Kid.
Yep.
For Mr. Medium Self, Jordan JC. It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Y'all stay safe. No.
We out.
We gotta get out of
Hey,
here.
we can't even do the ending credits.
we can't even
It's
finish
the show,
this.
bro. It's in the show.
Do I gotta get credits?
We gotta get credits on that one, dog.
That was relevant. I don't care what y'all say. That was
The
relevant.
world said, dang it, Joe. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bear Town. One love.
One love.
Peace.
One love.
I like how
Jesus.
Joe put the credits in. What's the name? So we can't do it on restream.
Bro, that was wild.
I see how you did that. There.
Joe,
Try to
the
hold the
last
credits
3 weeks
hostage.
been going crazy, dog.
Hey, listen.
Them Thursday and Friday
been
shows are
hyped up, man.
nuts.
Man,
He said, if she give it to you, you gonna take it or not? Sometimes you
I
gotta
didn't
take
say that.